Baseball, basketball, and football, we've got it all in today's top 5 as the card market continues its upward trend. Hello, sports card investors, and welcome to another Top 5 Tuesday. It feels great to be back in the studio today. I took a couple of days off after the National, and what a National it was. But I'm glad to be back today because we have got to talk about some cards going up. We have football season just around the corner now. The baseball playoffs aren't too far away. And so as a result, as you can imagine, some of these cards are really starting to get hot in the market. So let's talk about them today. And of course, the top 5 is sponsored by Whatnot. Whatnot has awesome live auctions every day and night starting at just $1 for packs, boxes, breaks, singles, and more. It's a lot of fun, and if you scan the QR code on your screen or use the special link in our show description below, you'll get $10 in free credit when you sign up for Whatnot. Okay, let's take a quick look at the overall sports card market by looking at the Market Pulse by Market Movers. Over the last month, the SCI 500 index of the 500 most prominent sports cards is up 1%. It's up 2.2% on the year. A good sign overall. It is probably no surprise that over the last 30 days, football cards, specifically from 2000 through 2009, are up the most. You definitely have Aaron Rodgers driving the market from those years and some other players as well who hopefully will make an impact this season. But now let's talk about the cards that are going up and down the most. It's time for today's top 5. We start today with a cold card, as we do every week, because it is important to show that cards don't just go up. Sometimes what goes up comes back down, and that is the case with Damian Lillard, the star for the Portland Trail Blazers. There was a lot of talk just a few weeks ago that he was going to the Miami Heat, and that was going to be a done deal. But it hasn't happened yet. And in fact, things have cooled on that front. The Heat apparently have been reluctant to give Portland anything of value, and Portland doesn't want to give up Dame time for nothing. So as of right now, he's still on the Trailblazers. His cards had heated up for a minute on the back of him potentially going to the Heat. But as that hasn't happened, his cards have cooled back down in the sports card market. Let me turn to Market Movers and I'll show you what I'm talking about right here. I brought up 5 of his rookie cards on the screen from 2012. I've got his 2012 Prism base, Hoops base, Select base, and past and present base, all in PSA 10 condition. I've also got that 2012 Prism in PSA 9 condition. And if we look at price change by percentage, you can see all of these starting to dip back down now that people no longer are as certain that trade is going to happen. Over the last 30 days, these cards are all down anywhere between about 10% and all the way to 53%. It is that Select base card in PSA 10 that somebody paid $225 for 30 days ago, but most recently it sold for $106. It has been a cold month for Dame Times cards. But now let's talk about cards going up, and we're starting today in the number 5 spot with Freddie Freeman, who quietly is challenging Ronald Acuna Jr. a little bit for the National League MVP. Of course, the two were former teammates here for my Atlanta Braves, but as you know, Freeman is now on the Dodgers, and what a season he's having for the Dodgers. He's batting .339 with 23 home runs and 80 RBIs. It's a really nice season for Freeman. A lot of the attention in the National League has gone to Acuna, but Freeman isn't too far behind in terms of how good of a year he's having, and his card prices are starting to reflect that as well. Let's take a look here in Market Movers, and I brought up some of his cards on the screen. 3 of his 2011 rookie cards, his Topps base, his Topps Diamond Anniversary, that's a higher end card, and his Topps Chrome base, all in PSA 10. And then I've also brought his 2007 Bowman Chrome Draft Picks and Prospects base card, PSA 10 on the screen. And if we look at the detailed view in Market Movers, you can see these have all gone up anywhere between about 7% and all the way up at 110%. It's that 2007 Bowman Chrome Draft Picks card that sold for $79 just 30 days ago and most recently sold for $165. It has been a nice month if you have Freddie Freeman's cards. In the number 4 spot today, it is another baseball star. Shohei Ohtani is on the top 5 list again. This guy has been on the top 5 list all season long. In fact, even before the season started with the World Baseball Classic, his cards really heated up back then. And it's incredible that they continue to go up. Most of the time when we see players on the top 5, eventually their cards peak out and they come back down a little bit. That has not been the case with Shohei. His cards have been on a constant rise all the way since before the season started, even before the World Baseball Classic. Now they are starting to level off some now, but they're still going up. And of course they are, because he's batting .308 this season, 40 home runs. He's hit 40 home runs so far this season. He's running away with American League MVP. And although he didn't get traded at the trade deadline, which might have been helping his card values a little bit, speculation that he was going to get traded, he does have free agency coming up this offseason, and everyone thinks this is going to be the biggest free agency we've ever seen in American professional sports. So that is going to be exciting to watch. Let's take a look at his card prices and market movers, and I brought 5 of his 2018 cards up on the screen. His Topps update, his Topps Chrome pitching, his Bowman base, his Topps base pitching, and his Bowman Chrome base batting. All of these in PSA 10 condition. All of these are going up, continuing to go up on the graph. If you look at price change by percentage, you can see they are all still climbing, and they are climbing pretty consistently here over the last 30 days. All of these cards up somewhere between about 8% or 7 or 6% down here, 8%, 11%, 27%, and all the way up to 33%. That Bowman base in PSA 10 from 2018, $196 30 days ago, most recently selling for $262. Let's turn to football for the number 3 spot today, and deservingly so, because football cards were hot as could be at the National this year. One of those cards people were chasing was Brock Purdy, because people are starting to get excited again about the 49ers season and the possibility of Purdy doing what he did last year, which was leading the 49ers to a 7-1 record, leading them into the playoffs. There was a lot of hope. Of course, he got injured, and that quickly extinguished the 49ers' hope. But up until that point, Purdy had an amazing second half of his season last year, and he's now throwing the football again. He's still recovering from elbow surgery, but he's in a throwing program, so that has some football card collectors and investors buying his cards again right now. Let's take a look here in Market Movers, and I have brought up 5 of his rookie cards from 2022. His Prism base, Donruss base, Mosaic base, Prism Silver, nice higher end card there, and Prism Rookie Autographs, the highest end of all of these cards. All of these in PSA 10 condition. And if we look at the graph by price change by percentage, you can see all of these are starting to show a pretty nice rise here over the course of the last 2 weeks. All of these cards are up anywhere between about 8% and all the way up at about 24%. But from a dollar standpoint, it is that rookie autographs that's up the most. That card sold for $1,480 30 days ago. Most recently sold for $1,600, so that card's up $120 in the last 30 days. And as we approach football season, if word is that Purdy's recovery is on track, I wouldn't be surprised if these cards continue their upwards climb. In the number 2 spot today, it is a baseball prospect who is making all kinds of noise, and his cards are getting all kinds of attention. It's Jackson Chourio, the Milwaukee Brewers star prospect, the number 2 prospect in baseball overall. He's currently putting up incredible numbers in AA ball. He started the season as the youngest player in AA, and now he is second in home runs, RBIs, batting average, and total hits across the entire league. In fact, in July alone, he raised his batting average by 33 points in just 19 games. So as you can imagine, there's a lot of people who love to prospect on baseball cards, love to buy baseball cards of the minor leaguers who they think are going to get called up to the majors and have great success in the majors. And so, not surprisingly, Jackson Chourio's cards have heated up incredibly right now. Let's take a look at Market Movers. I'll show you what I'm talking about. These are 5 of his 2022 Bowman cards, his Bowman Chrome Prospects, his Bowman Sapphire Edition Chrome Prospects, his Bowman Chrome Prospect Auto. These are all in PSA 10. And then also in SGC. SGC has graded a lot of the 2022 and 2023 baseball cards. His 2022 Bowman Sapphire in SGC 10 and his 2022 Bowman Chrome Prospects in SGC 10 as well. It doesn't matter which one of these you have. If you look at price change by percentage, look at all of these really starting to take off here over the last 30 days. We're looking at increases anywhere between about 12% and all the way up to 79% over the last 30 days. That Bowman Chrome Prospects in SGC 10 shot up from $28 to $50. All of these cards are doing really well. On the high end, his Bowman Chrome Prospects Auto in PSA 10 went from $565 to $750. That is a $185 increase in just 30 days. It's time for today's number one card, but before I give it to you, you have got to check out the brand new sales history feature in Market Movers, because Market Movers now allows you to look up the price history of any card. We've got the full database of price history from eBay and PWCC and Golden, and you can search it all now in Market Movers using the new sales history feature. If you haven't tried Market Movers in a while, you got to try it again today. Or if you've never tried it, get it right now. Go to sportscardinvestor.com and click on Market Movers in the main menu bar, or go to the App Store on your phone and download the new Market Movers app. You're gonna be happy you did. All right, our number one card today, this is a throwback. It is Cody Bellinger. Cody Bellinger is in the number one spot, and it's a throwback because Bellinger's cards were hot back in 2019. That was the year that he won the National League MVP, and many thought that Bellinger was going to go on to just an absolute all-star career. But after that 2019 season, things started to fall off for Bellinger. His performance really went down. But then he moved to the Chicago Cubs, and this year, he's showing flashes of that old form that he had back in 2019. He was named National League Player of the Month in July. He's had a great season, batting .326 with 16 home runs and 53 RBIs so far this year. Sports card investors and collectors are starting to take notice, and Bellinger's cards are heating up. Let's take a look here in Market Movers, and I brought 5 of his early cards up on the screen. His rookie cards from 2017. Oh, I got 6 of them up on the screen. Look at this. From 2017, I've got his Topps Chrome update. And his regular Topps Chrome. I've also got his Heritage Photo variation and his Heritage Purple Hot Box Refractor. We've got all the Bellinger cards in Market Movers. Those are all in PSA 10. And then from 2015, I've got his Bowman Chrome First Prospects Auto in BGS 9.5 and in BGS 9 on the screen there as well. So all kinds of stuff. But if you look at price change by percentage, you can see how all of these are really, really heating up, and a lot of upwards movement on the graph, which is what we want to see. In fact, these cards are all up anywhere between about 13% and 153%. How about that 2015 Bowman Chrome First Prospects Auto in BGS 9.5. 30 days ago, you could have bought that card for $95. That card is now $240. That is a huge increase of $145 over just 30 days. It is great to see Cody Bellinger back in the top 5. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and please go check out the new sales history feature in Market Movers right now. Go to sportscardinvestor.com and click Market Movers in the main menu bar, or download the Market Movers app on your phone. We appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Take care.